Hello, my name is Michael Price. I'm a sales recruiter. I have been for 25 years. I'm here to talk to you about a role with a software vendor which is selling to the defence and defence contractor market. So this client's been on a pretty amazing journey, really. They've got to 270 million really quickly. And then they've made a massive hire. And this is somebody that I've known for probably 15 years. And if I had to pick the very best person I've ever met, and I've met some really good ones, but the very best person I've ever met in the market, it's this sales leader. And what's happened because they've grown by acquisition is they've got a massive client base and a massive product base. If I was to put those products into three silos, which is, as my client suggested, I would say that falls in CX and MarTech, it falls into data, and it falls into security. And along with all these acquisitions, this client's got 350 clients. A good chunk of those are in the defence and defence contractor market. So this role is that of a client director, and it actually is managing accounts. And your job is a fewfold. The main one really being to fill in the gaps, because they've got a product from an acquisition here and a product from an acquisition here. And your job is to plug those gaps. And it's also to step up more into the C-suite, to get away from product individual sales and to get more into a platform style sell. Target is £3.5 million. There are gigantic accelerators. There might be a little bit of new business, given the nature of the role. In all of their cases, across these 350 clients, all of the client directors I place with this company are always going to have to do some new business. But actually, what's really about is taking those core clients, and as I say, not forgetting about product, not selling product, but stepping higher up into the C-suite. What they're looking for is, from a tech perspective, somebody who understands, ideally, enterprise application. So that could be that you work for something really obvious like a CRM company or an ERP company. Or it could be something a little bit less obvious. So you might work for like a services company. But really what you've got to have is an understanding of enterprise applications. From a person perspective, I talked about this being in product silos and selling to C-suite. That's really about linking the micro problems with the macro ambition of the client themselves. So all clients, prospects, whatever they are, will start on some part of some form of a journey. They want to be more secure, or they want to be able to run more efficiently and at less cost. It's always some of those things. This is about linking those two bits together. And they really need somebody who can deal with quite a chaotic environment, because there is chaos in this company. You can't grow in this way, this quickly, and not have growing pains. So if you want something that's on rails, selling one product to one decision maker, that's not the job. They really need somebody who can deal with that and who hasn't had some super entitled life working for a big software vendor where everything is on rails. From a vertical perspective, you need to know the defence market. Package 110 to 125k basic. The OT is double. There are gigantic accelerators here. And what I would say about this as a business, all the things aside of it, this is about getting in somewhere early. So I've met a few of the salespeople here, and they come from quite traditional big name vendors, the type of which you would know. And without a doubt, they've all said, when I worked at Company X, it was a little bit like being Sector 7G. I had a job, I had a thing to do, I didn't need to stray out of it, I didn't want to stray out of it. Right now, there's a land grab happening in this company. There's people picking the best accounts. And that opportunity won't last forever, but it does exist now. My contact details are on the screen, also the email address of my colleague Jo. It's unlikely we'll speak to her, but nonetheless, her email address is on the screen. Thank you. I'll hopefully speak to you soon.